Afternoon, everybody. We have assembled here for a very sad issue, and that is the sad demise of my teacher and our teacher, Professor K.C. Singhal, who passed away this Saturday on 19th April 2025. A few words about him. He was born in the year 16 July 1941. He did his MBBS and MD from King George Medical College, Lucknow. He did his PhD from Sardar Patel Medical College, Bikaner in 1976. He did his BSc. He is one of the few people who have done BSc in this university. He is one of those. From Aligarh Muslim University in 2001. He joined the Department of Pharmacology as Assistant Research Officer under a project of Indian Council of Medical Research on 29 January 1968. He worked as demonstrator, then as lecturer, reader and professor in the Department of Pharmacology. He served in the department as chairman 2 times, from 8th August 1990 to 7th August 1996, and from 8th August 1999 to 7th August 2002. He retired from this university service in 2003. After retirement, he became Founder Vice Chancellor of NIMS University, Jaipur. He is survived by his wife, son and 2 daughters. Fortunately, they are with us today. Now I request my faculty and students to express his or her feelings of Professor K.C. Singhal. First of all, I would like to invite the chairperson of the Department of Pharmacology to give a brief account of his career.
Thank you so much, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's really very sad in understanding here to pay homage to Professor K.C. Singhal, our teacher, as Dr. Aligarh had mentioned. It's a great loss personally to me also, because I was attached with him for the last almost 25 years. He supported me a lot in almost all my academic activities. So whatever I am today is because of his support. Dr. Singhal actually worked a lot in the field of pharmacology also. His main work was the Syringa survival. He used a model, it's a round one, which he used as a screening method for the filarial activity, anti-filarial activity. Otherwise, anti-filarial activity is screened with any other filarials. But he used Syringa survival, which he had many complications related to Syringa survival. Then he has another subject of expertise is pharmacovigilance. Initially he had a project of ICMR in 1988 and he was, because of that project, he is considered the father of Indian pharmacovigilance. And that project continued for many years, and it was so successful that this project was converted into the ICMR task force also. Because of this project, we celebrated this area monitoring reporting in JNMC, and we designed a logo also. 37 years, JNMC celebrated 35 years of area monitoring. And because of this field of specialization, he became WHO honorary consultant to the Uppsala Monitoring Center, which is the International Health Monitoring Coordinating Center for International Health Monitoring, WHO special. And because of this WHO special already consultant, he also got WHO special center for area monitoring. So in India, we had only 3 WHO special centers. One was KM Hospital, another was AIMS New Delhi, and third was JNMC. So just imagine that how successful he was in the field of pharmacovigilance, that he got WHO special centers for the area monitoring. And this WHO special center came into existence before the Government of India started National Pharmacovigilance Corps of India. So Government of India started National Pharmacology Program of India in 2011, and imagine how visually he was that he developed Area Monitoring Center in Aligarh in 1988. And before this, he was also a part of a committee which was constituted by the Indian Pharmacological Society, and that committee was also looking these modalities of how to report areas and things like this in India. So he was in that committee also. Since he was associated with many organizations, especially Indian Pharmacological Society, just imagine that he goes up to the presidentship. So earlier he was the treasurer, and then he became the chief editor of Indian Journal of Pharmacology, which is an official journal of Indian Pharmacological Society. So imagine he got he was elected as the chief editor of the Indian Journal of Pharmacology, which is now in appointment and is focused. And he was also the editor of the pharmacology section of the Indian Journal of Physiology and Pharmacology also. So Indian Journal of Physiology and Pharmacology is another very prestigious journal of the APPI, Association of Physiologists and Pharmacologists of India. Then he had good relations with scientists in the field of neurosciences also, and with a few faculty members of JNMC like Professor Vidyasan and Professor Chandra and Professor T.S. He established Indian Academy of Neurosciences. And Indian Academy of Sciences is a national society now, and it has many relations, and it organizes an annual conference, and it has also an organ. So, being associated with the Indian Academy of Neurosciences, he organized national conference in Aligarh also. So, Indian Academy of Sciences conference was held in Aligarh. And again, he organized another conference of the Dermatology Society of India. Imagine he brought these societies in Aligarh, in JNMC. And third conference which he organized was the APPI annual conference. APPI is a very largest organization. It has members of physiologists and pharmacologists. So imagine that at that time he brought all the members of the APPI and arranged a conference of APPI in Aligarh. And he also he's considered the father of Constitution of Indian Academy of Sciences also. And then as I said, he was associated with many societies, so he also then delivered orations of different societies. So imagine that he delivered orations of Indian Pharmacological Society, prestigious oration of APPI, of Indian Academy of Neurosciences, and also IMA Academy of Medical Specialty. Another society which he was associated with ISCA, Indian Science Congress Association. I still remember when he was very happy when he was invited to deliver an oration of the Indian Science Congress Association. So again, Indian Science Congress Association is the father association of APPI and IPS. So, IPPI and IPS came into existence after this division. So he was associated with ISCA. Then he also got fellows of different societies. So he was a fellow of Indian Academy of Neurosciences, which he proudly writes, FIAN, FIPS, fellow of Indian Pharmacology Society, fellow of the IMA Academy of Medical Specialties, FIAMS, and maybe in the recently he also he has got the fellowship of the Society of Pharmacovigilance India, FIPT, and also the Royal College of Physicians from Edinburgh. So that was his, even after retirement, he was very active and he got the fellowships of different societies and different organizations. That is his big achievement. He was very active till few days also. Only in February he traveled with me and we went to Bhopal to attend the annual conference of Society of Pharmacovigilance. Just imagine that he went to Bhopal by boat and such a his energy, which you can say. So and I also got a chance to travel not only in India, in many cities, but also abroad also. So in 2003, I still remember when I was a young lecturer, he asked me to accompany with him to the International Society of Pharmacovigilance conference in Amsterdam, Holland. So first visit which I made in a foreign country was with him. And last conference which I attended initially was in Prague, Czech Republic. So again, I attended with him the ISOP conference in Prague and also in Amsterdam. And he organized this ISOP meeting in Agra also. So So, see, ISOM is a of branch of the WHO. So it's very hard to bring International Society of Pharmacologists to India. So he brought International Society of Pharmacologists and all the WHO consultants and all the members of the WHO Preventive Center for Traditional Monitoring to India and organized very successful conference in Aligarh and also organized many workshops and brought many experts. So very like his achievement, I cannot repeat and say more about him, but he is really a master and will always remember him as a medical scientist and as a medical pharmacologist. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Zia. Anybody else would like to say a few words? I will request Professor Meena to say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. Professor K.C. Singhal is a teacher, as Dr. Zia has said. We should follow him. Being in the medical college, I personally know him as part of a family also. Madam also is very friendly, and both of them have taught me as well as my son. So that's a great achievement that 2 generations have been taught by the person. Their son, Dr. Sumit Singhal, also has been my student, and all the 3 of them have been taught by me. But you have to see his achievements, as Dr. Zia has just said. He was a great teacher and a very good administrator as well, and a great researcher. He had a lot of vision, and he saw pharmacology like it was his heart. The first time when I entered his room, he was working on some journal, and I just asked him, "Sir, what is this pharmacovigilance?" So in his room, I first heard the word pharmacovigilance and came to know what it is. So sir was really very dynamic, very social. He was there everywhere in all the parties, very cordial, very humble, talking to everybody. So that was his achievement. We really miss him, and especially in all the social gatherings and IMA meetings, he was always there. So it is a great loss for us, even for the college, because he brought pharmacology to that height which we cannot imagine in JNMC. So that was his perspective. All his 3 children are doing very well. All 3 are doctors, and I hope the family will be able to bear the loss. With that, thank you very much.
I request Professor Sadia Said to say a few words.
A lot has been said about Professor K.C. Singhal. He certainly had an illustrious career. I would say a life well lived. But to me, if you ask me, it's more of a personal loss. Of course, he was my teacher, certainly. And Dr. Farul has been my childhood friend. We were together from nursery till 10th and OLF, got selected in the same year to MBBS, and were together in the same batch. Sumit is like a younger brother, has always been like a younger brother, and Swati is a kid, right? So I have no words to express how I'm feeling right now, but of course, I still remember and cherish those memories when he used to smile and say, "How are you? Kaisi ho beti?" Right? Because of, my father was a close friend of Professor K.C. Singhal, and whenever I used to meet him in the corridors, I used to cherish the extra attention which I got from him. A very loving soul, a very kind soul, I would say. And of course, what all I came to know from Professor Ziaur Rahman, who just illustrated on his, excellent academic career, it's just awe-inspiring. And my condolences to the bereaved family, to ma'am also, and I am with you, certainly in this hour of grief. May the soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Anybody else? Professor Ijaz? हाँ, आप लोग इनका तो लास्ट में डॉक्टर है, आप लोगों में से I request Sumit to come speak, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Professor Habib Raza Sahab, Professor Zia, Professor Meena Maheshwari, and Professor Sadia Sharif for those kind words for my father. I am still in a state of shock. Please bear with me if I am not choosing the right words, but not only it's a personal loss, losing a father figure like him is always very, very, very disheartening. In 9th, he was perfectly alright. We went for a family. There was a setback in the family, so he went to Hardwani. I asked him not to go because, at the age of nearing 84, traveling all the way and coming back the same day. I booked a room for him for the night stay, but then he said, no, I'm going to come back the same day. And I met him in the evening that day. He was a little weak. I said, how are you feeling now? Well, I'm having a little problem in the back, and I will have early dinner and go to sleep next day morning. He came to my room. Normally he would not come to my room because I used to be a little busy in my patient, but he came during the peak hour and said there's some problem there, so got an X-ray. And then I found that the little spasm or something, as an orthopedician, because I have done, my mother was professor of physiology here and she retired in 2010, she was dean here also. And his siblings, my elder sister, she did MD anesthesia from here, myself, I'm an orthopedician. I did it in 1999, my elder sister, she did it and she's MS ophthalmologist, MS ophthalmology, and she did it in 2002. So, he was feeling little down, little weak, little staggering gait. I'm talking what happened in the last few days, So, he was put him on general treatment. 2-3 days passed. On the 13th Sunday, he was not able to cut the. We organized camp for poor patients in our hospital. So in the morning, he was there with all his friends and some of the local civil people from the society, and I found that he was not able to cut the ribbon, and then followed by the puja which we had. So he was not able to light that camp lamp properly. So I requested other people to, cut short the stay in his room. That was the last day he sat on the chair in his room, and then I asked him to go to the house and take rest. 14th, his oxygen was a little down, so then the alarm was raised. I investigated him. 3-4 days passed, he started improving. 19th, the day of his death, he asked me for a glass of lime juice, and I gave it to him. He drank it, and then I said, anything else? Or any of sewing it? That was the last sentence we exchanged, and then he passed away in his sleep. I thank you all for assembling here for his condolence. Thank you very much.
Would you like to say something?
Thank you, Professor Habib Raza Sahab. Madam Meena Maheshwari, you are all our teachers. We as a family of Professor Singhal and Madam Singhal take this privilege to thank you all to assemble here. I am very grateful for all of you to come here in our time of need. As we all, 3 of us are the alumni of this medical college, I take great pride of calling myself a JNMC, and it's a proud moment for me that you have recognized my father and his achievements, and I feel all 3 of us will be very grateful for this at the university always. And thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
I forgot one thing. By the efforts of Professor Veena Maheshwari get instituted a gold medal in his name in Department of Pharmacology as Professor K.C. Singhal gold medal, which will be given to the topper of MD Pharmacology from this year onwards, and in the name of Professor Usha Singhal in Physiology. So, I mean, that is by the efforts of Professor Veena Maheshwari and other officials in the university, Professor Naima Khatun Madam and Professor Mohsin Saab and Professor Zubair Saab, the controller. So they all got it instituted. I'm really thankful and I'm really honored to have his name there on the board.
To conclude, I would just give a one personal touch to this. एक बार मिसेस उषा सिंघल इस कॉरिडोर में चल रही थी, अभी तुम जयपुर गए? मैंने कहा नहीं मैडम नहीं जाना होगा, तुम्हें बुलाऊंगी मैं। हमने कहा मैडम किस लिए? एग्जामिनर। मैडम जयपुर तो बहुत दूर है, आप क्यों बुलाना चाहते? नहीं मैं वहां पे हूँ और सिंघल साहब आप वाइस चांसलर। मैंने कहा मैडम अगर आप बुलाएंगी तो मैं ज़रूर आऊँगा। फर्स्ट टाइम मेरा वो जाना हुआ और वहाँ पे मैडम थी, सिंघल साहब थे और मैंने एग्ज़ाम दिया। उन्होंने जब एग्ज़ाम ख़त्म हो गया तो उन्होंने कहा कि हबीब रज़ा साहब को वाइस चांसलर साहब बुला रहे हैं। तो मैंने कहा कि भाई हम तो एग्ज़ाम देने आए, वाइस चांसलर से मेरा क्या काम, आप मेरा लिफाफा तो ले जाओ। उन्होंने बुलाया है तो बड़ा सा वो ऑफिस था वाइस चांसलर का, सर बैठे थे। जैसे मैं गया सर आए और उन्होंने बहुत प्यार से मुझे बिठाया और चाय नाश्ता कराया और उसके बाद बोले कि तुम्हें सफ़र में कोई परेशानी तो नहीं हुई, एग्ज़ाम लेने में कोई परेशानी तो नहीं हुई? हमने कहा सर आप लोगों ने जो सिखाया है वो हमने आपके बच्चों पे टेस्ट करके देख लिया। और फिर उन्होंने कहा कि वो इसके पास जाओ, तो एक लिफाफा था जो उन्हें देते, उन्हें दिया। तो वहाँ पे मुझे जाके लगा कि ये यहाँ भी जो अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी का जो कल्चर है, जेन मेडिकल का कल्चर है, वो मेंटेन कर रहे हैं। अगर वो वाइस चांसलर थे तो ज़रूरी नहीं कि आप मुझे बुलाते हो, लेकिन वो टच देना था उनको। और मैडम भी वहाँ मौजूद थी और हम लोगों ने साथ बैठ के चाय कॉफ़ी पी। तो ये उनकी मोहब्बत थी और हबीब रज़ा को इस गैलरी से वहाँ बुलाया उन्होंने। तो मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ उन लोगों का। और सिंघल साहब हमारे टीचर भी थे और बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो मैं यहाँ पर मैं कहना नहीं चाहता, लेकिन ही इज़ अ ग्रेट लॉस टू अस। एंड एज ज़ियाउर रहमान has pointed out, he was an excellent academician and he contributed a lot to the development of the pharmacology department and the university. So since it can go on and on, we have to come to an end. तो इसमें we are having a condolence message. This meeting of the staff and students of Faculty of Medicine places on record its deep sense of sorrow, sad demise of Professor K.C. Singhal, ex-chairman Department of Pharmacology, Faculty of Medicine, and conveys heartfelt sympathies and condolences to the members of the bereaved family, and pray to the Almighty God to grant eternal peace to the departed soul. We request all of you to stand for 2 minutes in silence and pray for him. आज का टाइम सही नहीं है कि मैं आपको अपने ऑफिस में लाऊं. Some other time when you are relaxed, you are welcome. Thank you very much.